Okay, February 2019. Yeah, it was after the World Championship. I was so happy because of the national team of Egypt. Everything was so good, and then the first match against Barca, I was so excited because I knew that Barca always after break maybe you can catch them, and we could catch them here at home. Was fantastic. A big atmosphere like always here in Vesprem. I start to feel the big atmosphere or the good positive feelings that I have in this arena. And also I was in this Cosma Memorial that I was a little bit I don't know, astonished because I thought that when you remember someone, it's more like a party or something that you can, everybody's happy, and was so with a lot of ritual, not so strict. Everybody was silent and was shocked. I was shocked a little bit. And of course, the best news was the extension of my contract. Not that I thought that it will be in May, and everything was faster, and it was so good for me. I was so happy because of this news. And of course, we play in Vardar. That was a special match for me because I was there the last 4 seasons and a half, and I wanted to win so badly. And the team was performing the first half disaster, and the second half was so good. And at the end, we could beat them, and I was so happy. I was really happy, professional and personal. It's just a sport competition, but for me was so important. Yeah, well, in March we start full power because we play against Kielce. That was so complicated match. Was so beautiful. Also big atmosphere there, and well, we beat them. Was my first match against Talan. Also was so special, and then we beat them for 1 goal. Was good. Also we had the good news of Jinsk. This our sponsorship that well, because of the team was not going so good. This was a good news that they wanted to renew the sponsorship again with the team, and I think that was a really good news for the club because everything started to grow up. No, after a long time that the team was like well in this mood that was not that good, and I think was a good news for the team. The bad news of this month was that we lose against Szeged again. That one was one of my goals, and was the second match that we lose against them. Was not good. The team was not still at the level that we should have, but well, and yes, and we play in the 8 quarterfinals, and we beat Sporting. We beat there, and we won both matches. So was so good because it's always complicated to win both matches in 8 quarterfinals or quarterfinals, and was fantastic. So yes, was a good month. Okay, in April was the cup. And again, we lose in the final against Szeged, but everything was closer. We lose by 1 goal at the end, and the team was performing much better, but not as we wanted. But we were decreasing the gap of last year. No, we start losing the first match. We lose 4 goals, then we lose. Well, we lose, I don't know, 2 goals and then 1 goal now in the final. So we were reducing the gap, but we lose again. It was the third time that we lose. It was not so good. But well, the good news was in the quarterfinals we played against Flensburg, and we could beat them. The first match there, 6 goals. No, it was amazing. That was an amazing performance. The team was playing fantastic, and you can see. And we start everybody. Well, everybody started to dream in the final four. No, so it was so good. Well, in May 2019. We received the news that Momo and Laszlo, of course, they retired, and well, it was a special moment to be here when these big legends they retired, and to be their coaches from their last season of playing handball. They did a lot for the club and for the world handball. Was fantastic to be there, and was so special, and for me was a very special moment, of course. Then we could beat again Flensburg at home, and we were classified for the Final Four. That was amazing. Everybody was so happy, starting from me, of course, and but all the players. I told them that it's so special to see the professional players and professional players like them, seeing them so happy, no, so happy, but really happiness because of this achievement. No, every match that they were winning, how happy they were. This was you cannot pay with money, no. So was fantastic to achieve this goal and to rise to the Final Four. And yes, we played the matches of the league. We against Szeged, we arrived to the final, the playoff, and well, the first match here was amazing. Was one of the best matches that the team has played here, without difference, with a big team, and we could beat them 11 goals. It's something unbelievable. I think that nobody could believe this in October. The same way that nobody could believe that we could win that we could go to the Final Four, and to win Szeged 11 goals at home was fantastic. It was a perfect match. Everybody was putting everything, the atmosphere in the hall. I mean, it's a match that you can be so proud of. So yeah, was fantastic, and it was the best moment to go to the Final Four with full energy, with full confidence, and try to win the first Champions League title for the club. And of course, in June we went to Cologne. That was fantastic. Like always, the organization to go there is amazing. Like a player, like a coach, like a supporter. It's the ambience. It's so good, and well, to be there in the court is one of the best feelings that you can have, and everybody wants to be there. Everybody's working all year to try to be there in the court. We were there, and well, the first match was quite good. We play against Kielce. We beat them, but we have the problem that Arpad get injured, and also Laszlo, and well, not for the game, because the team was ready to play and to win. But just from the psychological part, maybe it was not that good that we had these two injuries during the match. And then, well, in the final we lose against Vardar. Well, we were not disappointing because it was so good. The season was good. We put the team again up where it deserved to be, of course, but well, we were again in a final, and well, again, it was my first final. We couldn't win the trophy, but okay, we arrived there and we know the way. Probably next time it's going to be the best. So this is the resume of the end of the last season. This August, the team starts really good. We make a very, well, for some players, so hard pre-season, but for me, a normal pre-season. And we start really hard. We are playing the Ceja League at the end this season again. And it was so good. The team started really good. Continue with the form of last season, of course, and we had a really good results. Everybody arrived the first day good in a good shape, and with a high level of humble. But I expect nothing less than this, because it's normal. It's a normal transition of the team, no? And always every month the team must be better and better and better. And it's what was here with a huge lot of goals, and it was so good. Okay, September continued at the beginning with the same, in the same way, to say it like this, like August. We started Ceja matches, was good. We played against Meshkov, even though we won only by 1 goal, but the performance of the team was good. I was happy. I told the guys. But then when we played the first match of Champions League, also really good at home against Zaporozhye. We won clearly. And the team was playing fantastic, but then we played the next 2 matches against Kiel and Montpellier. It was we were playing at the same level, but we missed a lot of shots. These days was so complicated, and we had a huge loss at home against Kiel and in Montpellier also. So this was very tough moments. I know that these moments always arrives every season, and it's normal. But when it arrives, you must be there, and you must try to take the team up, and it's what I try to do. And but well, was not easy, because it was not that clear where were the mistakes that we were having these days, no? Because the team was performing good, the trainings were so good. So well, it was complicated to make a clear analysis of what was happening, no? Apart of the missing shots, of course. I make one bet, because previously, when the first team has to play Ceja League, the team signed 27 professional players to play all the competitions and to have enough players to play, no? But I thought, I was talking with the club, and we agreed to play the second team if they need it, to have the first team, because too many matches, we need to prepare the matches, and there's no time to train. It's not because of that we play a lot of matches, because we don't have time to prepare properly the matches. They need to help us, and the club was accepted. And then they played the first match in Moscow against Spartak, because they changed the teams. They should play against Beijing, but then Beijing moved to the other group. So the point was that they were playing there, and I was so nervous, because if this was an experiment, or experiment in one hand, on the other hand, give an opportunity to our young categories and to show that they are doing a good job and they can win. So they went there, and they played an amazing match, and they won. No? So I was so happy, and everybody was so happy, and well, now everybody is asking that why our Hungarian players are not playing. So now they were playing. Everyone was Hungarian, and we can see that if we can work properly with the young categories, we can play with the national players, and these national players will join the first team. I hope soon than later, but we need to work in the appropriate way. And it's what they are doing this season. The second team, they play there. I'm so happy, and this was so important for me. And in October, yes, we continue with this because we went to Macedonia after to lose in Montpellier, and we lose again against Rabotnice, a Ceja League match that also was, I could not expect this. I expect that the team woke up earlier, but wasn't like this. And well, it was the most complicated moment was in this moment. I was so mad in the half time of this match. But well, the team react. We lose the match, of course, but then the team react, and then we won all the matches during the whole month of October. And well, the team start to perform at the same level and better every day, like we should do it. No? Yeah, in November the young team. The most important of November was that the young team also play again, and with Chupara, Borut and Manaskov, and it was so good. They beat again. They play were really good, and I'm so happy because of them, because they are progressing and they are playing with more confidence. And yes, I think it's so good for everyone. No? And yes, in November, that is the men's month of November. This movement, also the 6 players participated in this movement, and we could make something. Of course, beating Kielce at home, that was so important for the revenge for the other match, and we had the goal average for us. In the case that we have the same points at the end of this main group, that we also collect several money for this movement, and I think that was so important and was so good. I hope that next year some other players also join and help to follow this movement, that I think it's okay for everyone. Okay, in December the most important was the match against Szeged, of course, because it's Szeged at home. The only result must be Veszprém wins, nothing else. So yeah, it was expected match. I think it's in a good moment because all the teams, when you start in October there's a lot of disbalance with the teams. Some teams are better, some teams are worse, or the teams are still not good. But in December, after 6 months, all the teams, you can see their face, the real face, no, of the team until December, and yeah, I think that was a really good match. I had a lot of calls and messages from around Europe that people that was watching the match, that high quality match, excellent atmosphere, so intensive, good tactics, and I think it was a really good match to see, to watch, to play, to watch at home, to watch here in the court, and to be in the court, inside of the court playing. No, I think that these kind of matches are good for handball, for our sport, and of course it's good for Hungarian, that because it's Hungary, because it's a derby, El Clásico, and this time was so good. And think that, of course, yeah, we are happier than second because we won, but I think that everybody can be happy because of this match. And to make a resume more or less, okay, we played the last match against Bezokovic of the Hungarian Major Liga. I think that we play a really good first half of the season. Some matches better, some match worse, but I think that every match better than last. To compare from last season, much better. The people was more conscious, more serious, and I hope that from the second part of the season everything could continue in this way. And in the Champions League, even though we didn't start that good, but at the end we are in the second position, 2 points behind Kiel. And I think that if we start at the beginning of the season and we said that we're going to be the first or the second, or we are in the second position, 2 points behind the first, I think it's not a bad result. I think it's totally the opposite. It's a really good result. And of course we need to see what's happened in February, but I think we are in the really good way. And in the Ceja, we finish we wanted to finish also the first and the second to avoid these quarterfinals, and we did it. So this is what we have to do, and I think that everything is going good. The first half of the season, we had the worst thing of this first half of the season is our injured players, that is Armae and Kent, that they were trying and they were fighting for the club every day, every training, every match, but they get injured, they were under surgery, and well, it's normal. Everyone must pass from this path, and we know that the season is so long, and someone will have suffer an injury, but this is something that you cannot avoid. I hope that now in the next European, everybody returns healthy to the team, no problems, and we can afford the second part of the season with a healthy team and ready to fight to reach our goals that are big and beautiful. Okay, and for our fans that they were supporting, of course, all these matches and some matches that I expect that probably will be 2-3 people, and probably our families people also came, and I hope that for the next year everyone will come and support us for every match, because it's going to be so important that we feel your warmth and your positivity and your cheers every match, because for the players this is so important to feel this emotion and to send this emotion to the stands, to the fans, to the real fans that came here that wants to see the team growing and winning. And I hope that you have a bulldog if, and yes, and all the best for everyone for sure.